This is CTC News with Wesley Kotar, broadcasting from Sint-Eustatius, Dutch Caribbean. Sponsored by UTLNV, Kodo's Purchasing Services, and Duggins Shopping Center.
It's Wednesday, August 28, 2013 on the Golden Rock. Good evening, I'm Wesley Kotar and this is CTC News broadcasting live from CTC Studios at Statius Mall. In tonight's local news, Merkman speaks about GVP schools problems, parents get on board with child's education, signatures handed in calling for referendum. Details in local news right after a word from our sponsors.
You're watching CTC TV, bringing you the best in news, local shows, movies, music videos, live shows, animation, and much, much more. Don't miss CTC TV.
Trans-Anguilla Airlines introduces its current schedule. Statia to St. Kitts, Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. Leave Statia at 8:40 a.m. Arrive on St. Kitts at 8:50 a.m. Leave Statia at 4:35 p.m. Arrive on St. Kitts at 4:45 p.m. St. Kitts to Statia, Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. Leave St. Kitts at 9:10 a.m. Arrive on Statia at 9:20 a.m. Leave St. Kitts at 5 p.m. Arrive on Statia at 5:10 p.m. All flights arriving from St. Kitts continue on to Anguilla with connections to St. Martin's. Do you have important documents or small items to transport to St. Kitts, Anguilla, or St. Martin? Well, inquire about our Transpac services. For further information on all our services, please stop by at our office at FDR Airport or call us at 318-0269. Trans-Anguilla Airways, serving you with a smile.
When she steps in the CTC News, sponsored by UTLNV, Kodo's Purchasing Services, and Duggins Shopping Center.
The poor final exam results of the students at Gwendolyn Puputton School were among the main points of discussion during Sunday's afternoon's Homeland Defense Radio Show with Independent Island Councilman Ruben Merkman. All eyes are focused on that school to see what will be done to assist the students in raising their level of education. Merkman, also a teacher at GVP School, told host Glenville Schmidt during the 2-hour radio show. Discussed were the various structures that have been put in place at GVP School to help the students perform optimally and recognize learning deficiencies. A care team is now functioning with persons such as President of Sint-Eustatius National Parks, Denapa Irving Brown, former Commissioner Roy Hooker and Glenville Schmidt, and institutions such as Megadi Youth Foundation, providing after-school activities and homework guidance. According to Merkman, English should be the language of instruction in the pro, basis, cadre, and theoretical streams, whereas Dutch should be the language of instruction in the HAVO stream. Presently, many schools in Holland are emphasizing English, said Merkman. We have also looked at other factors that influence the performance of students, such as parental contribution and control. Holland has invested a lot of money in education and is demanding that certain standards be met. By 2016, the educational standard should be comparative to the standard in Holland. On the new coalition government, which is supported by Merkman, he said the coalition does not have a governing accord, but will be working with a priority list comprising 18 priority points. Foremost on the list is the island budget for 2014, the division of GEBE shares, the water distribution network, the constitutional process or referendum, privatization of the harbor, the island sport program, and the continued vigilance within our financial household. According to Merkman, Committee for Financial Supervision CFT had sent a letter to the Finance Department in June warning the department to stick to deadlines or St. Eustatius would be placed under higher supervision. Merkman said that none of this information was provided to the Island Council. Not until Commissioner Reginald Zandam came into office in June was this information revealed. Island Councilman Merkman said the Finance Department had promised to do everything possible to have their report out in time. The Finance Department was given much praise as they are doing a very good job, he said. Most school boards and parent associations have received a presentation by facilitator Christina Timber-Glover of the program Parents on Board, geared toward encouraging parents to be more involved in the education of their child and giving them the tools to do so. The program includes 3 sessions of 2 hours with fun and exciting homework exercises and ideas on how to host family meetings and create a structured and school-smart home. According to Timber-Glover, the program is becoming a huge success among parents as more of them are seeing success of the tools they have been given. Parents are also realizing the important role they can play in the education of their children, she said. Part of the program's success is the support parents give each other during the sessions when they realize that they all face the same challenges, struggles, and successes. Exactly because of this, St. Eustatius Support Group was founded with 5 core members. Shortly, they will be expanding their wings to all members who have attended Parents on Board sessions. The first school in line to start sessions is Bethel Methodist School. Other schools on St. Eustatius, including Lynch Plantation Seventh-day Adventist School, have indicated their parents will also be getting on board as the sessions continue throughout September. Bright to Path Foundation and others handed in more than 800 signatures for a referendum on the constitutional status on St. Eustatius to Commissioner of Constitutional Affairs Reginald Zandam on Monday morning. The signatures were handed to Commissioner Zandam by Jack Anson, Lynette Anson-Bryce, Kurt Kerkhoff, Derek Simmons, Lucia Spanner, and Charles Woodley. The Commissioner said the Executive Council is supporting a referendum and mentioned that he had sent a budget proposal to the Finance Department for the organization of a referendum in 2014. Before a referendum takes place, the people should be well informed about the options and their likely consequences. Government is committed to make sure this happens and is going to work along with all stakeholders to effectively inform all stations, Commissioner Zandam said. An information campaign is to be carried out by a referendum committee to be formed next week by the reorganized Constitutional Committee. Meanwhile, it remains to be seen what the impact of a referendum will be. Minister of Interior Affairs and Kingdom Relations previously said that he envisions the evaluation of the constitutional status of Bonaire, St. Eustatius, and Sabre to focus on details. In presenting the half-year report of Committee for Financial Supervision, CFT, to the Dutch Parliamentarian Second Chamber, Plasterk said on Monday that the First and Second Chamber would be informed about the planning and substantive scope of the evaluation of the constitutional position of Bonaire, Statia, and Sabre within the Dutch Constitution before the end of this year. Coming up next in regional news, ECCB takeover of Anguilla banks could end up in court, and Caribbean makes progress in reducing child labor, ELO. Details in regional and later international news right after a short word from our sponsors.
In everything we do, there is a risk, and many times our eyes are caught up on the prize. But even though there are risks, there are many ways we can protect ourselves. Be wise with the choices you make. Be smart and protect your choices. Protect yourself.
Oh my yeah, I'll be there, girl, you know I care, girl, 'cause it's love that we share. I will steer it in the right direction, though I have no fear. Oh my yeah, I'll be there, girl, you know I care, girl, 'cause I care.
Trans-Anguilla Airlines introduces its current schedule. Statia to St. Kitts, Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. Leave Statia at 8:40 a.m. Arrive on St. Kitts at 8:50 a.m. Leave Statia at 4:35 p.m. Arrive on St. Kitts at 4:45 p.m. St. Kitts to Stacia. Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, leave St. Kitts at 9:10 a.m. Arrive on Stacia at 9:20 a.m. Leave St. Kitts at 5 p.m. Arrive on Stacia at 5:10 p.m. All flights arriving from St. Kitts continue on to Anguilla with connections to St. Martin's. Do you have important documents or small items to transport to St. Kitts, Anguilla, or St. Martin? Well, inquire about our Transpac services. For further information on all our services, please stop by at our office at FDR Airport or call us at 318-0269. Trans Anguilla Airways, serving you with a smile.
CTC News, sponsored by Utel NV, Kodo's Purchasing Services, and Dugging's Shopping Center.
Welcome back to those of you just joining us. This is our regional and international segment for this evening. The former chairman of one of the two indigenous banks in Anguilla, taken over by the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, ECCB, has confirmed that he is looking at the possibility of taking legal action against the ECCB. Leslie Richardson was chairman of the Caribbean Commercial Bank, Anguilla Limited, from April until the takeover 2 weeks ago. He told Win FM on Monday that the bank's 64 shareholders were being contacted to see whether they would support going to court on that matter. The St. Kitts-based central bank assumed control of CCB and the National Bank of Anguilla on August 12th, citing its authority under the ECCB Agreement Act 1983 to do so. Chief Minister of Anguilla, Hubert Hughes, in welcoming the development, said he had been concerned about poor management at the country's two indigenous banks for some time. However, Richardson says the Caribbean Commercial Bank was unfairly targeted and insists that there were political overtones in that specific takeover. There was nothing on our books that would warrant such high-handed action by Central Bank, Richardson told Win FM. He indicated that recommendations that have been made to CCB were being implemented, adding that he did not see the need for intervention in Caribbean Commercial Bank. Richardson said the shareholders are looking at what options they have in relation to taking back control of the Caribbean Commercial Bank. The central bank said in a statement on Friday that the CCB and the National Bank of Anguilla continue to conduct normal banking operations throughout the 2-week period following the August 12th takeover. The ECCB said it was, along with experts from IMF and the World Bank, continuing to work to stabilize, strengthen and restructure Anguilla's two indigenous banks. Further in news from around the region, Latin America and Caribbean countries have made progress in reducing child labor, according to a new document released by the International Labour Organization, ILO. The ILO said that the new tool will help countries eliminate children's involvement in slavery, child prostitution, drug trafficking, and other types of the worst forms of child labor by 2016. The Implementing the Roadmap for Achieving the Elimination of the Worst Forms of Child Labor, a training guide for policymakers, is directed at governments, workers and employers organizations, and international and non-governmental organizations. The 2010 conference in The Hague adopted the roadmap, which breaks down data by age, gender, and region. It shows that Asia Pacific and Latin America and the Caribbean continue to reduce child labor, while sub-Saharan Africa has witnessed an increase. Africa also has the highest incidence of children working, with 1 in 4 children engaged in child labor. The guide is both a training tool and a stepping stone towards the drafting or revision of a national action plan against the worst forms of child labor, said Constance Thomas, director of ILO's international program on the elimination of child labor. ILO figures show that an estimated 115 million are involved in the worst forms of child labor, and Thomas said the new tool will bring new momentum to national efforts to reach this challenging goal. The guide includes a series of training exercises, illustrative text boxes, and addresses monitoring and evaluation as an essential feature of successful action plans, and has been released ahead of the Global Child Labor Conference, which will take place in Brazil October 8th until October 10th. And now in international news, the most prominent Catholic in Greater China warned on Tuesday of violence in Hong Kong next year as a planned campaign of civil disobedience, demanding full democracy possibly sparks a backlash from the government after unnerving Beijing. Cardinal Joseph Sen said he would join the Occupy Central campaign targeting Hong Kong's financial district and would happily risk arrest, saying it was desperate last resort. The 81-year-old former bishop of Hong Kong said he did not think Beijing would live up to its promises of allowing full democracy in the territory by 2017. The Hong Kong government and pro-Beijing supporters might try to incite violence to justify a crackdown on a peaceful campaign, he added. They may like to provoke some violence, yes, and they may even send people to infiltrate the protesters. So that's the danger, he told Reuters in an interview. I am worried we may finish with some violence. Then they have to pretext to crush everything. The Occupy Central movement is demanding firm government proposals towards electing the city's leader in 2017 and is planning choreographed acts of peaceful disobedience climaxing with a mass rally to shut down the financial district in July next year. The threats have alarmed Beijing officials, and Hong Kong leaders. Liu Shangying has said there is no possibility Occupy could be lawful or peaceful, or that it would be tolerated by the police or the courts. China's Catholics are divided between the state-sanctioned Catholic Patriotic Association, which has installed bishops without Vatican approval, and an underground wing loyal to the Vatican that rejects state control. Beijing and the Vatican broke off formal diplomatic relations shortly after the Chinese communists took power in Beijing in 1949. And that was it for our news stories for this evening. Coming up next, your 3-day weather forecast for the islands of Statia, Saba, and St. Martin. Details on local weather condition right after this.
Make it a better place.
The way of life and technology are advancing daily in both positive and negative aspects. It's time for parents and guardians to take control. Know and control the websites your kids are visiting on computers, tablets, and cellular phones. Access to the internet can have many positive values, but without the correct parental control, those values can be covered by negative content with just one click. Parental control. Learn about it at www.parentalcontrol.org.
Make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for living, make a better place for you and for me.
Trans-Anguilla Airlines introduces its current schedule. Statia to St. Kitts, Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. Leave Statia at 8:40 a.m. Arrive on St. Kitts at 8:50 a.m. Leave Statia at 4:35 p.m. Arrive on St. Kitts at 4:45 p.m. St. Kitts to Statia, Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. Leave St. Kitts at 9:10 a.m. Arrive on Statia at 9:20 a.m. Leave St. Kitts at 5 p.m. Arrive on Statia at 5:10 p.m. All flights arriving from St. Kitts continue on to Anguilla with connections to St. Martin. Do you have important documents or small items to transport to St. Kitts, Anguilla, or St. Martin? Well, inquire about our Transpac services. For further information on all our services, please stop by at our office at FDR Airport or call us at 318-0269. Trans-Anguilla Airways, serving you with a smile.
CTC News, sponsored by Utel NV, Kodo's Purchasing Services, and Duggins Shopping Center.
And now for your 3-day weather forecast. We'll begin on Statia and Saba. Tonight, Wednesday, August 28th, late showers, temperatures of 90 degrees Fahrenheit, 30% chances of rain with the winds east at 15 miles per hour. Tomorrow, Thursday, August 29th, AM showers, temperatures of 86 degrees Fahrenheit, 30% chances of rain with the winds east at 16 miles per hour. On Friday, August 30th, scattered showers, temperatures of 86 degrees Fahrenheit, 50% chances of rain with the winds east at 15 miles per hour. And now in St. Martin, tonight Wednesday, August 28th, late showers, temperatures of 90 degrees Fahrenheit, 30% chances of rain with the winds east at 11 miles per hour. Tomorrow, Thursday, August 29th, AM showers, temperatures of 87 degrees Fahrenheit, 30% chances of rain with the winds east-southeast at 11 miles per hour. Finally, on Friday, August 30th, scattered showers, temperatures of 88 degrees Fahrenheit, 40% chances of rain with the winds east-southeast at 10 miles per hour. And that concludes another edition of CTC News Live. We'll be back again on Friday. Thanks once again for tuning in. Until next time, do have a good one.